Greetings and welcome to another edition of Seamless Style, powered by Politics and Polaroids. I'm your host, Mr. Parker. All right, let's get into this episode. This episode, the entire episode, uh, was the concept came because of a very good friend of mine. I've talked about her before, my homegirl Rocky. Just looking around, getting an idea of where I wanted to go this week, and I had a great conversation with Rocky earlier last week or something, and she just popped into my head, and I said, you know what? Let's do an episode that I know she would love and hate at the same time. Now, why would she love it? Because one, she's a very good friend, so anything I do that is not detrimental to another human being's health, she's going to support, because that's what true friends do. And she'll also love it because of the pieces that are used, but she's also going to hate it because of the pieces that are used. See, Rocky's first name starts with an R, and so any pieces under anybody's apparel, whether it's sweaters, shirts, pants, jewelry, bracelets, it doesn't matter. If it's got an R on it, chances are she's going to want it, especially if it's for a woman. So this episode is dedicated, or I'm not gonna dedicate it to her. She hasn't passed, but I'm definitely giving her flowers by acknowledging her. That's one thing I'm big on, is giving people who you admire, love, and respect their flowers while they're still here. Right? So this episode is inspired by my friend Rocky. All of these pieces and all of the featured pieces in this episode will have the iconic R on the front. Now, if you were to take 100 pieces that had the letter R as the feature on the piece, I would venture to say that maybe between 85 and 90 of those 100 pieces are going to be rugby pieces. All right, you can, and I do have polo Ralph Lauren pieces that feature an R as the featured graphic on that particular item. The main pieces that you will see in this episode are all rugby Ralph Lauren. Okay, so 2 rigs plus the ensemble I'm wearing. All right. Start at the bottom. I pulled out the Nike Kill Shots. All right. So the only piece you will see that's not Ralph Lauren today will be these sneakers. All right. The Nike Kill Shot is one of maybe 5 or 6 pair of shoes that I own that aren't Ralph Lauren. To me, this is the preppiest, the most preppy, the most casual Nike or non-Ralph Lauren sneaker available. Now, some may argue the Stan Smiths, some may argue a pair of Chucks, some may argue a pair of Pumas. For me, the Nike Kill Shots. All right, Kill Shot 2s, off-white, darker off-white, I guess, with a gum sole, wine, swoosh. All right, socks, navy sock on the left foot, wine and white striped sock on the right foot. This particular sock has a crest on it, if I'm not mistaken. All right, pair of slim fit chinos in the white. All right, so trying to get some of that white out the way, because Labor Day's coming, and we always follow all of the rules. Uh, Rugby Ralph Lauren pullover shawl collar cardigan. Varsity inspired, has the R with the 39 and the wings. Um, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be track and field inspired. Anytime you see a wing, it's probably supposed to be track and field inspired. So you see the P wing foot, that's track and field inspired. All right. Wine with white stripes on the back of the shawl, right above the rib cuffs. And I think that's it as far as the white strap. Of course, the chenille R and wings is trimmed in white as well. All right. I went with a Rugby Ralph Lauren club collared dress tartan button up shirt and a wine white and green striped bow tie. And to finish off the look, I went with this preppy style dad cap in wine hued, red hued plaid pattern to finish off and polish off our look. All right. Polo Ralph Lauren nautical bracelet, blue and white. And that's our ensemble. Now, as far as fragrance of the ensemble, I went with something that I knew Rocky would like. I went with Polo Red. This is Intense. Polo Red Intense. No, it's not. Hold up. Polo Red Rush. I'm sorry. This is Polo Red Rush. Forgive me, it's been a busy morning. Polo Red Rush, I went with this one because Rock is a big fan of floral notes. All right. So out of the reds, which I wanted to go with the red just because of the ensembles in this episode have they all have family. They're all either related to close family members of the color red. All right. So I wanted to go with something in the red, and then it was either this or the new red parfum, which I felt this had a little more floral notes to it. All right. So Polo Red Rush, great fragrance, nice and floral, and still good to wear during these pre-fall months. All right. So without any further ado, y'all ready? Me too. Man, let's go. All right, now our first look is a really fun look. All right, and that's one thing about Rocky is she's all about having fun at times, appropriate times, when it comes to style and fashion. All right. Rocky is a grown woman. She's close to my age. She's a married woman. She is very sophisticated in her mature era. However, Rocky is from Chicago and she is from the project. So don't get it twisted. She knows how to explore the entire gamut of whatever it is. All right. She tries to keep it here because of her current status. But yeah. So when it comes to fashion, a lot of times she wants to be able to relax. She wants to be able to have fun. All right. So I feel like this is an ensemble that she would love because it's a lot of fun. All right. We pulled out a sweater with a pair of shorts, similar hues. Okay. Because as you can see, the French Navy is paired with Aviator Navy, but it works. It works. It definitely works. All right. But we whimsicaled it out with the bow tie. And then where do y'all see these shoes? I did something different. All right. I did a pair of wheat Tims, brand new, fresh, crispy. You know, if you're watching from New York in particular, but not limited to, you understand the wheat Tims in it. I know it's going to seem weird, but when you see the whole thing, you're going to be like, okay, I get it. I get it. All right. Matter of fact, I ain't going to even hold y'all in suspense no more. You got to see these wheat Tims are great. Check them out. Start at the bottom. Come on now. Y'all know good and damn well I ain't doing no damn weak Tims. Who the hell I look like? MOP, Mash Out Posse. I ain't doing no weak Tims. I ain't wore a pair of weak Tims in damn near 20 years. I mean, I feel you, but come on, man. Y'all knew I wasn't doing no weak Tims. I broke out a pair of sneakers. I did look at other footwear, but I just felt like because of the fleece shorts, even though these fleece shorts do not come off, they come off just a hair less casual, or even if you want to say a hair dressier than most fleece shorts. Um, it had to be sneakers. All right, it had to be sneakers, and I'm wearing the kill shots, so these work just as well. You got the white polo Ralph Lauren sneakers, blue stripe on the sides, no ponies, great look. All right, and the fact of no ponies works perfectly with this non-pony ensemble. All right, scroll up the shorts, rugby Ralph Lauren, got the crest on the left side. The crest is in an off-white shield with an R on it. Same R calligraphy that's on the sweater. All right, drawstrings, but it does button up. The only thing it doesn't have is belt loops. But otherwise, it just stands apart from any other fleece sweater, fleece shorts you may see. Split on each side, vented, wine, and a French navy in hue. Beautiful, just a beautiful pair of shorts. Beautiful pair of preppy uh, Ivy varsity collegiate inspired shorts. All right. Pair that with this sweater here. Now this sweater was a great deal. I copped it off of eBay. Beautiful, beautiful sweater in perfect condition. Simple yet elegant. Aviator navy and R on the front and center, and two embroidered stripes on your left bicep. All right. OCBD in the knit, so a knit Oxford, Columbia blue with white stripes, and a Polo Ralph Lauren heraldic crest bow tie in the wine and navy. All right, so what we did here was simple. We went with a color scheme similar to what I'm working with now, and we didn't deviate from it. All right, but it's still got a fun look. It's a great look. I did neglect to mention the socks, but y'all saw them. Wine and navy. I mean, like the overall aesthetic is there. Wine, navy, and white. That's all we doing. That's all we doing with this look. Yet it's still fun. It's still playful. It screams fall, but it screams warm weather fall. All right. So this is something that if you're out and about, again, I like to. I tend to more often than not like to look towards the weekend. All right, because if you're watching this, you probably have some form of 9 to 5. So your days off are your days off. And if you go out and you're a Ralph Lauren guy, you want to be able to do what you do. All right. So this look is perfect for weekend activities in the fall, whether it be the last remnants of summer cookout in the backyard with family and friends, whether it means going out in public, whether it means a football game, whatever the case may be, just shopping, whatever you're doing. This is a great ensemble. It's whimsical. It's not over the top. Great fall vibes. Now our last look, it's a little more serious. Okay, a little more serious than the first look. Still somewhat whimsical because of the hue of orange that we're working with here. But it's definitely more serious, dressier than the first look. All right. This beautiful piece right here. I'm gonna put my man's name on the screen, right? Because the guy I caught this from, he's everything that's good with the world when it comes to business. Now let me explain. Cop this off eBay, right? Second time copping this sweater, by the way. First time was a few years back. Copped a large. It wore like a schmedium, right? Wore like a schmedium. Dude took it. Did he take it back or did I sell it? No, I think I sold it. I think I ended up selling it. I ain't even bothered sitting in the back. I knew it was something I could flip, get my money back. So I think I ended up selling it. Saw this on eBay in a size large. Dude we negotiated. Dude gave me a good price. Shipped it on out. It lands. I'm excited. I take it out. I'm like, man, ain't no way this gonna fit. I tried it on anyway, and I almost suffocated. I'm like, what's going on with this sweater? It can't be two people totally opposite ends of the spectrum, and everybody's washing this sweater and shrinking it. That's not my type of look, I don't think, right? I just don't feel like God has it in me for me. God has it in for me like that. I'm not rolling, right? Contact the dude. He say, look, I don't take returns, but I will for you because I watch your channel. I'm like, that's what's up. He was like, I'll send you an invoice. You ain't gotta do nothing. I'll send you the invoice. Not the invoice, but a shipping label, return label. He sent me a return label. He said, I have an extra large. I'll send you the extra large. I'll pay for the shipping for that. And if for some reason that extra large don't fit, I'll send you another return label and you can just refund me. I just refund you. I thought that was pretty cool, man. Because it is on his page, no returns accepted. All right. It is on his page. And he had the measurements listed. So what it did tell me is that I do actually have to start paying attention to measurements. I don't be wanting to because I'm so confident in knowing my size and all of that. But I do got to start paying attention to the measurements. I do. But long story less long, sent the extra large, tried it on. It fit damn near perfect. It fit more like a large. So if a schmedium is a small medium, a large is a medium large. So it fit more like a large, but I can work with it because I'm working with this. I'm working on this, shall I say. So I said, you know what? I'm cool. I'm going to keep it. And then we just started talking from there, man. And this dude got some serious pieces. He got some serious pieces. So y'all check him out. His name should have by now been up on the screen. All right. Now, this particular ensemble is something that I will absolutely be wearing and doing a shoot in before it gets too cold. Because I don't want to put nothing over top of this sweater, man. I love this sweater. This is one of my favorite R sweaters out of the R sweaters that I have. And I know that Rocky will appreciate this look because of the dress pants and just the overall cleanness of this look. It looks almost like 20s Chicago. So I know she'll appreciate it. Now, what I did do was something different. Is I did do a pair of Timbs with this look. I had to, man. I did a pair of Timbs with this look. That's something my son would do. My youngest son, I was gonna do like this, but the boy 22, but my youngest son, that's something he would have did. Like, he was a type that if a joke tickled him, he didn't care if it tickled you. He keep telling it. He keep telling the joke. He didn't care if you laughed, if he was annoying. He didn't care. He would just keep. And to his credit, though, his laugh is infectious. So if he laugh, eventually you're gonna laugh. But no, I didn't do no Timbs. But let's start at the bottom. I went with the Shanley loafers. All right. I felt like a loafer was, and a tassel loafer specifically was the ideal look for this particular ensemble. And it was between brown leather and brown suede. So I went with the snuff. On here. Now the socks, orange, navy stripe with the polo crest on them. A little less dressy than you would probably think to go with when it comes to wearing this particular shoe with these dress slacks. But I did it and it works. All right. Ralph Lauren dress Slacks, slim fits, been tailored to the perfect length. Window pane in a not quite a spring gray, a little bit darker than spring gray. I'm gonna guess that this is college gray at, if you got to put a title on it, but this is just straight up gray. All right. Window pane is a chalk white. All right. Dress shirt, Columbia blue, navy and white stripes, club collar, white club collar, beautiful dress shirt. All right. Heraldic rep stripe necktie in the orange. All right, with the crest on it. Headwear, we went with a driving cap, a state driving cap, gray, Glen plaid, orange piping. All right, man, these pieces just go so well together. And then last but not least, this beautiful rugby Ralph Lauren varsity inspired V-neck. All right, R chenille in the middle in navy, trimmed in white, 39 in the center. All right, and on the pack, on the left shoulder, we have RLFC, Ralph Lauren Football Club, in a diamond-shaped crest. All right, nothing on the back of this sweater, doesn't need anything on the back. This sweater is absolutely perfect the way it was designed. All right, I don't know if it was David that designed it or if it was Ralph himself. It could have been Lee Norwood, for all we know. But what I do know is that this particular sweater is a must-have, but just make sure you check the measurements, because apparently, or obviously, from my look, the way things have went with me with this sweater, they must have cut these sweaters really small, because I just don't believe that everybody washed it and shrunk it. I don't think it's that many stupid people in the world. All right, but this is a great look. It screams 1920s, Chicago, New York, maybe even Philadelphia, DC. It screams 1920s, big city, maybe mob style a little bit. But the sweater itself brings you back to those more collegiate days. And that's another episode in the books. Today we featured R inspired pieces, inspired by one of my BFFs, if not the BFF, Rocky. So let me ask you fellas a question. When it comes to Ralph Lauren, and I'm just strictly talking about sweaters now, I think, right? When it comes to Ralph Lauren sweaters, are you more a fan of the R or the P? I'm gonna say, and I'm just strictly going off of what I have in my collection. I'm gonna say that I'm probably more a fan of the R, and overall is just slightly over the P. However, I think, I'm not quite sure yet, and I'm gonna mull this over. It's not even something that's of high importance, but just for my own peace of mind, I'm gonna mull this over. But I think my favorite piece that I have in my collection is a P piece, not an R piece. I think. I'm gonna have to think about it. But y'all let me know what you think, fellas. The P or the R? I don't know if you guys have ever watched an episode of the Fresh and Fit podcast. I think I watched maybe 2 episodes. And one of them I only watched because The Godfather was on there. Kevin Samuels, may he rest in paradise. But I couldn't take these guys, and the reason I couldn't take them is because I've never really been a fan of the buster that was beat up and bullied and pushed around and unpopular in high school, and then either got a badge and a gun, or became rich somehow, or got some muscles or somehow became as the in the eyes of women cute or handsome, and turned from being humble to being a jackass. I never been a fan of that guy. Like, I'm never going to be a fan of that guy. That's not the type of person I'm going to associate with. And if I can tell that that's what you are, no, I'm not really rocking with you. But if you have watched that their content before, their content was deemed very controversial, to a point that they recently got completely demonetized by YouTube. Yeah, man, YouTube uh, pulled the trigger on them boys, man. When you get demonetized on YouTube, it means no longer anything that you upload can you make money off of, no matter how many views you get, and anything that you were currently making money off of, you can no longer make money off of that either. So, let's say that they had an episode this is strictly hypothetical, but let's just say they had an episode that had 1 million views, and a clip went out and it started to climb up in views again. Well, they wouldn't get another check for it now because they've been demonetized by YouTube. It's messed up. Woo! That's what you get. That's what you get. I can't stand those suckers, man. I don't like suckers, man. That's just me. So, and I really I don't care about nobody else's money. I really only care about my own money. You know what I'm saying? I don't count other people's pockets. But what's really got me laughing is the fact that these dudes put out a video and was on it crying about it. Boy, that thing, woo! Oh, Jesus. That's hilarious, boy. That is hilarious to moi. And nobody else can laugh. If you laughing, you get it. If you not, that's fine too. Oh, man, that thing had me crying. Whew. Grown ass men crying. Bro, it's like this here. First of all, I'm never going to understand getting in front of your camera or your phone or your tablet's camera, whatever, crying and then posting. That's weird. That's goofy behavior. It's goofy when women do it. It's goofy when men do it. But it's even goofier when you're a grown ass man and you do it. So I don't have no sympathy for them boys. And if you was making $300, $400, $500,000 a year off your platform, whatever you was making, do it again. You a hustler, right? Or did you just see a formula that somebody else was doing, put your own little twist on it, and you're not dealing with on their platform, they wasn't dealing with the Keishas. They didn't have the Keishas on their platform talking shit to them. It wasn't the Keishas. It wasn't the Britneys and them. It wasn't the ones that are, you disrespect them, they coming back with them boys. It wasn't them that they had on there disrespecting. You know what I mean? It wasn't no grown women they had on there disrespecting them, talking shit to them. It wasn't them. So I don't have no sympathy for them cats, man. They were strategic. They were smart to a point that they was gonna only push certain buttons of certain people as to not to catch no issues in them streets. And it was profitable while it lasted. So if you're a go-getter like that, then just go get it again. I don't have no sympathy for you. None. Matter of fact, it's comical. Anywho, whew, I don't know about y'all. That thing tickled me, boy. Woo! Oh man. Anyway, get in the comment section, man, and let me know the P or the R sweaters, because I might come back with a P sweater episode too. Maybe might not be the very next episode, or it might be next month. I don't know, but I might come back with a P episode if there's enough interest in the P logoed apparel. All right, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and tell a friend, because we here, fresh, somewhat fit, and laughing at you bitches. Woo! Artists like me paint pictures. Haters like them paint narratives. So don't be no hater. All right? Y'all have a good one.